What's up? What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time. Let's talk about what's happened since I've been gone. So if you guys are new here, this here is my 1974 Plymouth Duster. It's got a 498 cubic inch big block mopar Power Glide Dana 60 with a 107mm turbo on Holley EFI. Last video that we made about this car, we took it out to the track and it ran. So what's happened since then? A lot has happened. Honestly, I kind of got just burnt out making videos there for a little bit, but I'm back. I think I'm back. We'll make a few more, and let's talk about what all we done. All right, so since we was here last, the car had a dual sync and it had an MSD like 7AL3. We done away with all that. All right, so now we got a crank trigger set up down there. We got a cam sync, and the car is actually on LS7 coil packs. And it's been running great. Matter of fact, it seemed to woke the car up quite a bit. We also switched over to these are the same kind of Indy valve covers like we had, but we made these burn down tubes. So it don't look the best. You can buy stuff to put in the valve covers that'll make it look way better, but those are $400, and I did this for like $80. So, and that was just for the piece that goes on the valve cover, and I got probably $80 in the entire burn down. So all this is basically turbo cars. We don't run a vacuum pump, and it breathes. It goes through here, comes all the way through the car. So we got nice black hoses. It comes down out here to a burn down tank. Now all that is basically like a big catch can. So I mean, most cars you see, if you're watching a video of a turbo car on the starting line, especially at night, you see it chooching like a train through the trunk. That's what that is. So we went to that. That helped out a lot. No more oil leaks because it's not pressurizing the crankcase like it was. And the car's been running great. A week ago, we went to Dyersburg just to go test. We didn't take any cameras. I meant to. I didn't. I was gonna make a video. We made one pass, boost controller off. Car it ran like a 709, and I was like, "What the heck is going on?" Didn't really understand it. Whatever. Car's real slow. Whatever. Second pass, we tried to put some boost into it. Car went like a 735. Boost control didn't come on, but it just spun worse out the hole. So I was like, what the heck? Went back, looked at it. Alright, so boost solenoids were backwards. Whenever I was messing with it, I unplugged them, plugged them in the wrong way. Third pass, it finally builds boost. 10 pounds on the two-step. I let off the button. Steering wheel hits me in the chest. So here's that clip. So, I didn't know that. What happened is just the, here, I'll show you. I actually got it over here. So what had happened is this thing has got a set screw in it, and this goes to my rack. It pulled the set screw out, and once it pulled that out, the whole steering column just came out. Now, once that happened, I swore people told me to, drill and put a bolt through it. So I was kind of right. They did, but not through this piece. So at the track, I grabbed, somebody had some drill bits. I started drilling through it right before Brian saved me and said, hey, if you drill through that and put a bolt through it, it's guaranteed to break because this is just a steel that you don't want to do that. So as you see, I had started it, and yeah, well, can't do that. So had to buy a new rack. So we got a new rack, got it in the car the other day, and actually we're supposed to be testing today. Also bought this clamp right here that goes on the back side of the steering column and basically allows it to where it can't pull itself through there anymore. So that issue can never happen again. Buddy Scott Wood helped me out with this, and makes it impossible for the stern column to go that way anymore. So that's a big plus. And as you see, Mother Nature ain't gonna allow that to happen. So brought it back, put the rack on it, and I was looking through the tune, and I noticed something funny. I've never touched my timing table, like big way, but it only had like 25, 26 degrees of timing in it. And if you know anything about a big block, this thing loves timing. My base timing's at like 38 to 40. That's where this thing is happy. It's where it makes the power at. It's 38 to 40 degrees. And we're on just pumpy 85. So we don't pull any time until 6 degrees. And then after that, we pull about 0.8, 0.9 per pound of boost. And, well, now she's a lot happier. It went 7-0. Embarrassing. Like is a failure, is what it was. That's technically the second time the car's been out. So far it's ran a 622, braking and cutting up. Took it down the road the other day, and it's all of our issues I think are solved. So there's no reason we built this for one goal in mind, and that's to run in the fours. And I mean, if it doesn't, it's just gonna blow up, because we can make as much boost as we want to. It's gonna run in the fours. That's the reason we built this. So anyway, we took it down the road the other day. It came alive. Timing's in it. It seems happy. My RPM data is not jagged anymore, where it's losing or noisy signal. It's actually clean. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is data log. This is, it went at 622, and no boost, 35 degrees of timing. And as you see, don't worry about all this. This is two-step, so it's always going to do that. But during the run, it should never be super jaggy like that. And the highest we went is 5600, and it would chatter so bad, so I'd shift it. Alright, so, and this is running down the road the other day. Let's see, we'll do test. This is we kind of got it up on the two-step just on the street and made a pull, and you see it's way happier. If we come over here, this was kind of rolling into it, and it got a little buck stupid on this one. As you see, I had to pedal it a few times. The green is going to be your throttle position, red is RPM, and blue is boost. And this was only at 32 degrees of timing at 10.8 pounds of boost right here at 5100. And as you see, I made the shift as I pedaled it, dropped down to 41, 55, and she started riding, and we made a whopping 13.4 pounds of boost. So, say she's way more lively now is an understatement. So, you listen to old clips, see how the car sounds, and this is how it sounds now. As you can see, it's way happier. My hair, whatever. So yeah, that's where we stand as of right now. We've had quite a few electrical issues, and that's basically it. We've been fight through. And the only issue we have now is just one of the taillights just not refusing to work on the running light, which is fine. I'll get a ticket for it one day, but it'll be all right. We'll have to figure that out. But it's tied into the other side at a junction, whatever. So that's where we stand of now with the car. We was hoping to go test it today. And we got a big boy tune-up loaded in it. It's 10 degrees once you let off the button, and it's ramping in 10 pounds letting off the button, and it was going to ramp into 20 pounds. I was just going to leave that in there and see what it did. The alignment's pretty close. Car goes straight. So it's raining. Next weekend we'll be in Bowling Green for the NMCA race. I'm not driving, Dad's driving, but we'll get some video of that. And we'll try to get this thing out on the street, I guess, make a couple pulls. Before we do that though, I've already rolled my quarter panels. It's, y'all know, it's dug into the tire. Now most of this was the first time we ever drove the car. I didn't have any of this folded over. Now it's folded over, but I'm gonna take like a hammer and dolly to it and like clamp that up just so it can't do that. And it's not, none of it's deep, just little graze marks. But I'd feel better about making the turns if I hammer and dolly this completely flat. Right now it's just rolled up, but it's not flat, so we'll need to do that. And then once we get all the issues figured out, we'll start working on the bodywork. You know, get it a little bit better. As y'all see, all this is bare metal. This is how much paint is up underneath here. But yeah, that's where the Duster stands today. It's not really a big update, but in case you're curious, that's where she is. I think, I mean, the goal for the car is still, it's going to run in the fours. It's either going to run in the fours or it's going to blow up. We have an up button for turbo. It's got enough turbo to run, you know, 1900 horsepower, so don't know why I can't. Our limiting factor is a stock block, but everything else is gangster minus the stock block. And we got some heads, but you feed enough air through them, they'll do whatever you want to. So that's gonna do it. Next video we'll shoot this thing on down the road, probably make a few hits without like pouring puddles or anything, just see what she does. So stay tuned. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I've been out for so long, but it is what it is. Catch you next one. Peace.